busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back, okay, with my ashy hands and another Real Housewives of Potomac reunion season 6 part 2 review. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I actually don't think I need these headphones, to be honest with y'all, because ain't nobody talking to me, and if they do start talking to me, then I'll put headphones on. I need to get off of here because I got to work tomorrow. I gotta do a skincare routine. I'm trying to get my face together, y'all, a little bit more clear. Go. It's been coming in tacky, and I'm trying not to become as tacky anymore. Let me say what's up with everybody who's here. Y'all excited? Y'all put your in the comments. What did y'all think of tonight's episode? Okay, 1 out of 10. Rate it tonight. Rate it tonight. Rate it tonight. Somebody said I need that shirt. Well, more something coming soon. But rate it tonight. 1 through 10. What y'all think tonight's episode was? Greg, you're doing a lot. So, Curl said an 8. 1 out of 10. What y'all think the episode was given? We're gonna go through the episode. I have some notes, and I have some things that I want to say to y'all, and I'm going to. I want to say, I'm going to start with this, because I know there are a couple of people who have some questions. Oh, no, you said you wasn't doing it anymore. Da, da, da. I said I wasn't going to do my reviews with So Debonair. No disrespect and nothing bad with So Debonair. I still love the guy dearly. That's still my side baby daddy, somewhat, some kind of way. My problem is this. I think that this season has struck a chord with me. As a dark-skinned young black male, it has made me see some things and has frustrated me beyond belief. And I think that there are some conversations that I feel like I cannot have with everyone. I don't feel like I can talk to or communicate with everyone. I think that me and So Debonair have a lot of fun together. I love doing the reviews with him. But I feel like some of the subjects, like the one we're going to talk about today, colorism, they hit me differently, so I can't just smooth over them. It's like if you was talking about racism with one of your white co-workers, and they was just like, oh, let's just let it just be because we're just cool. Nah, bitch. Like, it's just some topics are too sensitive for me to talk about with just anyone. And us not get a chance to understand. I went to Howard University, and I'll say it, and I'm very proud of it. And the education that I have, the things that I have learned, how in depth I've had to go through a lot of these issues, they're very serious to me. And I can't have those conversations with just everyone. I can't. Sometimes when you're talking about sensitive subjects like this, you need to take a little bit more care. You need to be a little bit more self-centered, heart-centered. And that was why I chose the route that I chose to do my own recaps, because I felt like this was going to be it wasn't going to be us understanding each other. It was going to be a war with words in which we were trying to prove who was right and who was wrong. And it was going to be a dark-skinned man talking to a light-skinned man. And I was like, I don't want to have to go through that with him. I love my friend. I want us to keep it that way. So let's do it separately. And this, when I say that this reunion part 2 triggered me yet again, I was yet again triggered. And we're going to talk about this colorist collective that's called Robin and Giselle and Karen and Mia, Bigfoot Mia. We're going to talk about the colorist collective again. Okay? So let's get into the reunion. We start over again. Where's my smart water at? So we started again with Candace. You go too far. You hit below the belt. She's going too far. They're yelling at who's does too much. And you know what? I am glad the colors collective. They are what they are. They are what they are. They are what they are. The colors collective. And they're going up. And Candace is like, look, y'all have body shape. Everything that I have done, y'all hoes have done. Y'all body shame Wendy about her happiness. Okay, don't try to make it seem like it's because me. You, and then here's Giselle. Well, you don't think that, girl, you was the same woman, okay? You was the same woman who brought your friend, this one right here with the messed up makeup and the eyeshadows, down to that light-skinned woman over there, her restaurant, to put her finger in her face. And did y'all hear Robin talk about something? Oh, but I just saw her. I saw red. That is no excuse. That's not an excuse here. That's not an excuse here. When I see her, I just see red. Girl, okay, go. Bye. They go. You brought your friend. Oh, Busy speaking the truth. Y'all put your B's in the comments for Busy Blues #2 fan. Really love you. I'm here for them. I'm receptive to learning about colorism. Girl, you put a seatbelt on because you are going to be learning a lot. And as a dark-skinned black male, I have been affected, and I know what it is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Candace isn't saying anything different. And I don't like how throughout this whole entire conversation, episode, they kept trying to revert back to. Did anybody else see that? Y'all put in the comments. Let me know if I'm just being sensitive. Throughout this whole episode, they kept trying to bring it back to Candace. Oh, but you see how we just did that? You see, you're childish. Do you see how we just? And I was thinking, why y'all trying to minimize the? Oh, I didn't like it. I did not like it. Somebody said, Busy, do you feel So Def can't relate to color because he's a little lighter than you? It's just, I just don't see you as dark skinned. Wesley Snipes is considered dark skinned. Grah, Busy Blue is dark. Let me turn off this light for you. I am chocolate. It's this ring light that's fooling you. It's this ring light that's fooling you. I'm chocolate. I am dark skinned. It's this ring light that's fooling you. Because I have to have a light on me so that y'all can see me. But don't get it. I am dark. I am chocolatey. I am Hershey's kid. I am Hershey's Kiss. It's this ring light that be fooling y'all. It's this ring light that be fooling y'all. And I don't think that he can't relate to what my issues are. I think that we get to a point where we're not understanding what each other is saying because of the hyperpigmentation or the lack thereof and all those aspects. And trust me, we will get to that once we get to Ashley, Wendy, and Candace when they talked about colorism, since we had to do it here and now. Tell us about it, Busy Levy. Oh, put your B's in the comments for Evangelist Barry. But we're gonna get into all of that. I promise y'all, we're gonna get into all of that. But I don't think it's not that he can't relate to it. I don't think that we come to a commonality when we talk about African American, when we talk about color, when we talk about slavery, when we talk about the separation of us, this whole separate. But when we talk about all of this, I think that then. And I'm going to talk about this when we get to Ashley, but you have to talk to the person who's experiencing the ostracization or the marginalization in order to understand if it's happening. And some people don't see it because they're not being affected by it. It's like when you ask a lot of white people, there's no racism here, but then you see that they don't got no black people working there. And when they do have the one, they fire them. But you're asking the wrong people. I would rather people just say they don't like Candace for her old tweets or growing up rich. Damn, agreed, agreed. True. Just like the light skinned ladies on Real Housewives of Potomac can't see the issue, but when I'm gonna say this, and I never thought I'd be able to. Wendy got the MVP today. Wendy got the MVP today. Somebody said poor dog couldn't find his spot. He found his spot. Look at him on my pillows. He don't took my pillows down. He don't took my pillows down. Okay. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's go back. So then we got them talking about your friend. You brought your friend to that wide body girls restaurant. This is me putting your finger in your face. Okay, y'all see how dark I am? This is the ash. I just washed my hands, y'all. Sorry. And you know what? I'm gonna show them throughout the whole entire thing. Okay, my ashiness. Man, my mama will kill me. Babe, can you bring me some lotion? My mother will kill me. So after that, they're saying, oh, when I see, y'all heard Robin say, well, when I saw her, I just saw red. Why did you see red? Because Ashley was a bitch to you. She was nasty. She was mean. She was able to get into your bank account. The reason why you saw red and you was ready to fight Ashley is because of her mouth, because of the things she did to you. But we overlook it. As the colors collective, we overlook it. And the thing is, I feel like Candace is just better at shady. Girl, I stick my landing. My job is to hurt you after you hurt me. We're not here to spare each other's feelings. Okay? Oh, but it gets better. Okay? So Andy's trying to get her to calm down. Oh, do you see that? What do you see that? It sounds like these are big sisters trying to tell you. I heard what the fuck. I heard what they said, and I'm telling all my big sisters, thanks. Thank you. I'm telling my big sisters, thanks. But I'm good. Thanks, but I'm good. I heard you, thanks, but I'm good. And I was with her. So after that, they said, Andy said, well, you and Mia, you and Mia, y'all had y'all made up on the boat, right? And it was like, yes. And then he turns to Mia. Then Andy turns, yo, you can't write this shit. You can't make this shit up. Then he turns to me and says, well, I'm going to say to you the same thing that I've said to Candace. You're a disaster on Twitter. And Candace lets her know, like, oh, what? She blames with her social media person. Here's Mia. Well, I do have someone who handles my social media. And, they work for me for we're like the same person. They work for me for 20 years. Okay? Girl. Is that the one who blocked me? You're blocked? Girl. And the scallop was like, well, girl, sis. You wake up at your social media manager wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning thinking about me and where I live and how I live there. It's just my social media manager. I will say, okay, some things I do sell a lot, but that person's very close to me. When I tell y'all, when Andy looks at her, oh wait, and then Andy looks at Mia, says, well, okay, well, you do have to take responsibility. Yeah, well, I just do a little bit better. I'll just do better. And he was like, okay. Thank God for Candace. She was like, no, this is unacceptable. How y'all hold my feet to the fire? Do y'all see what I'm saying here? How y'all hold my feet to the fire? You're a disaster on Twitter. You watch your mouth. You just got to do it. But when Mia says, it's my social media, I just got to do a little bit better. And, I at this point, I won't think about these girls. I'm too busy to think about them. And Andy sits his ass with those cards. Okay. What? Because when Candace is a disaster on Twitter, you got the Colors Collective in that white cokehead. Everybody's like, yeah, and you did. Oh, it is more than this. Oh, everybody gotta. But you gotta. You really have to. They be trying to dig into Candace, and they want to go tweet by tweet by tweet when it comes to Candace. But you said this. You said this. Oh, but you said this. Oh, but hold on, because you are. They dig into Candace. Mia has called these people whole ass bitches and everything. And all she had to say was, well, I just wasn't worried about it anymore. And they're like, cool. Y'all don't see it. Well, this is your first season, so you gotta. When it was Candace's first season, they're like, well, you kind of are a disaster tweet. And they went tweet by tweet by tweet. But when it's Mia, then it's just like, okay. They got Candace like, no, ain't no. First of all, that's disrespectful. What you mean you're not gonna worry about us? They asked a Scholar did come down for like 2 seconds. Hey, Rob. Yes, God. A Scholar, what about the classism about, y'all talk about classism, but you talked about people streaming. We don't care about this lady being a brokeback whore from North Carolina, and that's how she met her husband. That's nothing to do with it. It's about every time she stepped in front of us, it was about a dollar sign. And to be honest, you making $450,000, girl, that's really not a lot. And y'all saw that tweet where she was like, well, I almost didn't come to the reunion because I thought I was going to be giving Beverly Hills vibes. Girl, you don't even have Beverly Hills coin. And I'm saying this from the luxury of my $600,000 house. You don't even have Beverly Hills coin to think that you were going to be getting off of Real Housewives of Potomac to talk about what is or isn't going on in girl. You don't have the money. I'm sorry to tell you, those break your back businesses, girl. If $450 is all you got, girl, you could never sit with Kathy Hilton. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be. I thought they were giving, but girl, you don't have the coin. You don't. Sorry. You're classist. And to be honest, you looking down at the people who would be able to lift you up. Oh, it was a low budget video. Okay, but your ass was there. But your ass, and you didn't leave. And you didn't leave, girl. Your ass was there and you didn't leave. It's so low budget. Your ass was there and you didn't leave. The fuck? Girl. Like I cannot today. I'm telling, and this is why I decided to do these reviews alone too. I can't. I'm not sparing these hoes no more. I promise you, I'm not sparing them no more. I've tried to be nice. I've tried to be civilized. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Now let me stop calling them bitches and hoes, because that is unforgiving, and I apologize because I should not have said that. And that was sincere. Unfortunately. You would have wanted to call people stuff, but you're like, I shouldn't have said that. After that, we get to our break. Shut up. Put your B's in the comments for Wendy. We get to the break. Here goes classist Mia. I brought her in here to say these two sentences. Girl, looking like the Joker. Go, bye. Okay. So your mother's low budget, go cry about it in your room. Your mother's low budget, go cry about it in your room. Somebody said last week you and Dad did one together. Yeah, we did. That was the we weren't supposed to do that review, but we did. And that's the last one. But so then after that, y'all put your beats in the comments for Andrew Gabry. Y'all know I love Gabry. That's an inside joke. No, it's not. It's we're gonna talk about that later. But anyway, so we go to and oh, y'all brought her out here for these 2 sentences, girl, and you drove all the way up here for what? You know better, girl. You know better. Looking like the Joker, looking like the face, looking like Jigsaw. She's looking like Jigsaw. Um, Shout out to Wendy who goes to Candace's room and says, "Look, girl, I got your back. I don't think that you have done anything more than what these other hoes have done up on this couch." And she says, "Look, you just stick your landing." And she's like, "I really could." I'm glad they showed this thing because I feel like Erica De Niro and Rodney the Voice, they be saying this, and I'm glad that Candace took it in. Like, girl, I could have really dug in you. If I wanted to, I really could have dug in you. But I showed you mercy, and you were what you were. You were ungrateful. You were ungrateful. And the fact that she's like, "Look, I know," and I could have gotten gutter with you. And Wendy was like, "Well, your gutter is other people's hell. They don't want you to do that." And I'm glad somebody brought it out, girl. I'm no different than you. It's just that mine stick. Y'all saw how Giselle was like, but you see how you need to respond, and girl, I'm so over it. The gaslight, and it continues, and the story continues. So let's keep going. So they come back, they get through the Giselle and Karen scene. Now I want y'all who's watching this with me and talking about it with me. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion. We go through the scenes. We have people calling people whores, drug addicts, alcoholics, saying they have STDs, a hot box, people's dicks not working. We're talking about people's husbands. We're saying that they have been put into a mental institution. But somebody's saying your mother's low budget. Go, now, Candace, now you need to. Now this is this. Now, girl, this is too. That's so low. But when we say there's a double standard, I wish someone would say that I have an STD, and I think that somebody saying your mama is lower, is on higher than that. The egregiousness of me as a single woman trying to go around and find a man, and you on national television telling people I have an STD, that is lower than me saying your mama's low budget. That's the highest of the. You say your mama's low budget, that part is better. Or it's so much more egregious and slanderous than someone telling a single woman who has been trying to get a man, because I keep joking and picking at her for not having one. Y'all say on national television she has an STD. On syndicated television streaming services, you tell a black woman who is single trying to find a man that she has an STD, she has a hot box, she's a slut from Hampton University. That's not as bad as someone saying your mama. You can't make this, you can't make it up. Yeah, but and this is why they do this, because I can hear right. I can hear Deb in my ear right now. But yeah, but it's a little different. This is a single black mother who y'all keep making fun of, saying she needs to find a man. And why don't you have a man? Why don't you have a boyfriend? You need to. Somebody said the Twilight Zone. I be feeling like I'm being gaslit. I'm not even joking. I be feeling like Mona City. I be feeling like I'm being gaslit. Like Like I'm being gaslit. Like people are like people really be feeling this way. I be feeling like I'm being gaslit. Like, but is there something I'm not getting? It's okay for y'all to talk about this woman saying she has a hot box. She's a slut from Hampton University with an STD. She's a drug addict. Thank you for that clip, Robin. A drug addict, alcoholic. That is not as bad as Candace saying your mama. Like, it just, you can't make this up. But then when we talk about color, it's like, well, I know the people don't go as low as her. She said your mama. Yeah, but Karen called her a alcoholic drug addict with an STD, slut from Hampton University with no man. And y'all saying Candace goes too far? What the like? Yeah, I cannot. I'm done. I'm outdone. I'm supposed to just like my boyfriend. I'm outdone. You can't make this up. And they sit there with straight faces like this. Yeah, okay, well. Let's keep going through the scene because there's more. There's more. Okay. As seen on TV, there's more. Um, so they go through all of that. What's going on? Do you got the right thing? Karen says that her daughter said not to say something to Giselle about the whole rape thing. My daughters had to see this, and you should. And she was so upset with you. That's what Karen said. Karen said her daughter was so upset because y'all don't they talking about the age thing. We want to see. Ray will be dead and gone before this beauty fades. And girl, I'm here to tell you, I don't think that's the truth, girl. Your neck is saying that it's gonna be gone soon. Okay. Deborah said you are correct, busy. Karen sure did say that Bravo is no better for putting that in the precinct. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And Glenda said Candace does go too far. Thank you so much, Glenda. And I hate to do a viewer like that, but after we just talked about Karen saying that Giselle is a drug addict, alcoholic with an STD, whore from Hampton University, Candace saying your mother's too much, then you got people like this. But Candace does go too far. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay, Glenda. And you know I like you, Glenda, but okay. Ain't nothing I could do here for you. Um, so then they asked the question. The fan asked the question. Do you think that there's a double standard about Giselle wanting an apology from Karen after she talked about your husband? Okay, and Wendy, here goes Giselle before Wendy can answer. Well, that's not the same thing. What we're saying is that Wendy said, "Look, let me say something. My children who can read saw this type of stuff. You sit here wanting an apology from Karen about your kids and this and that, but my children can see it. So you know what? Boom." Then Giselle brings up, well, you looked at my daughter crazy. And her friends were like, why did she look at her like that? Now, y'all, put in the comments. Because I'm going to say what I think, but I want to know what y'all think. Yes or no, one or two. Do y'all think that Wendy, y'all saw the clip, do y'all think Wendy looked at her crazy? One or two, yes or no? She looked like a regular black woman to me. Unenthused and ready to go. You moved the car? Okay, so we can go now? Thank you. Now is this big thing. Somebody said no. No, exactly. One or two, yes or no? No. No. Give me Jesus. I honestly thought Wendy was me mugging Chris with the episode here. And that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Wendy was looking at Grace crazy because she had a short dress on that was way above the knee. Why is that one of my besties? She had it on a revealing top. The people said she had it on a revealing top. The girls had it. Look, I thought Wendy was just like, first of all, she had those. She had on bird's wings, eagle wings on her eye. I couldn't see what her eye was looking like. She just looked regular to me. It was just like, so you move the car? Okay. I'm ready to go. Girl, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Make it make sense that it was a little stain. I'm ready to go. Girl, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Then one of the viewers said, you know what? Then Wendy said, you know what? Fuck this. I apologize to Grace. What? How about you apologize to my children when they see you? You see, she only named her sons. Girl, you gotta go. You have a whole daughter. You got a whole daughter, but apologize to them when you see them. Um, we go from that, and then one of the viewers said, "How can we believe anything that you say, or that Karen says when she made it the whole Sing Sing things?" This is what I'm talking about. These late rehearsed, I just love the alliteration reads. Girl, you can go. Somebody said, "When's the next live with you and Gabor?" You gotta ask Gabor because I've been asking him and he told me no. Uh Maybe Wendy had to pee. She wasn't allowed to use the bathroom. That is true. She could have had to hold it. That's true. I should have just had Mims and Gabriel here with me. Oh, I'm gonna read this in Gabor's voice. No, baby. She was looking at Grace like, I know this bitch ain't talking about how I'm just and her daughter out here wearing looking like a grown mama. Okay. I'm grown. So Karen can make up lies, but Candace's mouth is too much. Girl, I start and this is when and shout out, put y'all beans in the comments for Robin, because Robin gave us lost footage. Because when I say I did not know that Karen called her an alcoholic drug addict. And do y'all notice how, and Taylor Bay was the one who revealed this to me. This was edited footage. Did y'all notice how they didn't show that when Karen was calling Giselle an alcoholic drug addict? But we're gonna sit on wide body ass. Y'all see how we're gonna sit on wide body ass, right? But y'all saw how, do y'all see how they didn't showcase when Karen called Giselle an alcoholic drug addict? When Robin said that, I said, "Oh, I know that." Now she did not say that. When Robin said that, I said, "What?" She didn't say that. Robin, you going too far. When they showed the clip, of Karen calling Giselle a single mother of three, a alcoholic drug addict, I said, wait, 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 right? But then they want to attack Candace. Girl, you called Giselle. Shout out to Robin. Sorry, shout out to Robin. Karen's out here calling people alcoholic. You are an alcoholic and you are a drug addict. That's okay though. That's okay though. But the thing is, with these people, that's okay. With these people, that's okay. Child, I'm telling y'all, you can't make this up. Y'all can go see it for yourself. All right, so after that, we go in, and Candace was saying, "Well, you don't think that was too low?" After Robin brought up, "Well, you called her alcoholic drug addict," Candace said that was a little low, and then Giselle had the nerve, the audacity, with her turkey neck, the gall to say, "Yeah, but did you see?" I wrote it down. But do you understand that me and her sat across from the table from each other and not wanting to fight? And you hear Karen in the background. Yeah, but I was clear to the table though because I wanted to. One, problem number one, you don't look at me and tell me, do you see how our war with words did not come into a fight? Girl, I'm not trying to fight nobody either. Candace not trying to fight nobody either. And you're still, yes, because when we're on a show like this, welcome to the stage, okay? We can have this war with words to each other and we're not trying to fight each other. Why is someone getting out of character Candace's fault? Can someone tell that to me? Why is someone getting out of character to fight Candace's fault? Do you see how we were both sitting here and talking across the thing for each other? No one wanted to get aggressive. Yes, I do see that. Did you see how I was dancing and twirling? Good night. I'm asleep. We're asleep last night, and someone came and dragged me. I sit across from y'all too, and I want to fight. What are you saying to me? What are you saying to me? Are you trying to say I'm trying to fight the people? What are you saying to me, Giselle? You are nasty, and it's dangerous that you have a daughter who is of a darker hue, and this is. I hope you don't raise her like this. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. To be honest, I think all of your kids, they really coming into a little color. It's dangerous that you're treating them. They not gonna have the privilege. They don't got green eyes and they're not as light as you, sis. They're not going to have the same privilege that you have. They're not shaped like you. Their hair's not like yours. Their eyes are not like yours. And their skin tone is not like yours. And for you to think that it's appropriate to treat a woman who looks like what your daughters could look like, girl, you're a psycho. You're an alcoholic drug addict from Hampton University with an STD psycho. And I'm just saying what Karen said because you said that was appropriate. So then Andy said, well, can y'all say something nice to each other? And here goes. Here go and here goes Giselle. Well, you say hey to my daughters, and that just really meant to me. And I'm not going to downplay the fact that I really do feel like Giselle is an awesome mother. Now, outside of the colorism that your children gonna have to deal with, and you're not gonna understand, I do feel like Giselle is an awesome mother. And I do feel like it probably did hit her the fact that Karen did say hello to her children. And Karen said, I hold her to a grudge. But I also do know the sweetness of a child. Bitch, shut up, girl. Girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. I'm sorry for calling you a bitch. But shut up. Girl, shut up. They hug each other and they're done. After all of those things, after them calling them fiery boxes, talking about people's dicks not working, calling people whores and having an STD and a bronchitis, they hug. And then they say, Candace, you need to do better saying your mother. So then after that, we get to the next thing. We get to Ashley and her lack of a storyline. And this is another thing that made me upset. And y'all, if y'all watched the last review that I did with So Debonair, this thing really bothered me, and I'm never going to be able to get over it. It was one of his quotes that said, Ashley has done more than Candace. What has Candace done? This season? Like this season? What has Candace done? She's more relevant than Candace. Ashley had a baby. And she talked about not even being in postpartum because postpartum depression because she was eating her own placenta in pill form. Candace was an actress. She shot pilots. She put out music videos, low budget or not. got a record deal and recorded a whole entire album, and had to deal with her father and her mother and her marriage while having to deal with um Messy Mia. But Ashley's done more than Candace. Why was Ashley here? Like, and the thing is, you can't make this stuff up. And y'all can go see those videos too. You can't make this stuff up. Somebody said, I'm tired. Me too. Okay. That filthy milkmaid, as Candace calls her. So we get into that, and they talked about the placenta. They talked about the baby. They talked about body shaming. You bunch of wide body ass. Okay, down here, you bunch of wide body ass. Um, and he says, well, you dealt with postpartum a little bit differently. And she said, well, Dean helped me because even when I felt like I was about to struggle or go through something, it was Dean that let me know that, look, you got this. Let me make sure I'm not missing any text messages. Okay. That let me know I keep doing it. Then they asked, well, why does Michael want to be a movie producer? What type of films? And he said, maybe it's gonna be pornography. Maybe. We're not sure. And Ashley's like, I never thought of that, girl. Y'all know y'all got a whole studio set up where they be pounding those Mia's box out. Okay. So they're saying, have you and Michael, started having sex again? And she was like, yes, we've gotten back into it. Her and Giselle shared something. Y'all put in the comments. I didn't really get it, and I really didn't care. Then somebody asked a question. They just kept bringing Candace in. Like she's just so low. Candace, what's your obsession with the body shaming and relishing in her? And thank God Candace was like, yes. Somebody said, I'm hollering. Sorry, it needs to get off my screen. Yes, Candace said, I relish in going back and forth with someone who's been unkind to me. And Giselle was like, well, I had a problem. Here she is again, turkey neck. I did have a problem with you shaming her postpartum body. Girl, all of y'all have to just, and y'all put it in the comments. Let me know. Do y'all think that Robin was coming to her defense, or was she against her still? Because Robin did say, well, to be fair, Candace said what would hurt Ashley. They were in a war with words. And Candace said to her what would hurt her. That's what she's good at. Y'all put it 1 or 2, yes or no. Do y'all feel like Robin was on her side or no? Somebody said Bulldog 1992. What's up? This hello. Thank you for watching from Twitch. Y'all know we are on YouTube and we are on Twitch. Forehead is shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants wears the lie. Thank you, Anita. Love you. No, they said she wasn't on her side. Roberta was. I don't know who Kyra is or Kira, but she's giving me what I need. Come on, Tail Butterfly. She said no. It threw me for a loop because I was like, are you on my side or not? I got a little sad. So then they said, well, they asked Ashley, why is she mad at Candace but not Michael for saying, well, you're working out and you're really going to be able to. Girl, he called you fat too. Your husband, he was unkind to you as well. Your husband called you fat. He said your body's kind of shaping back out to what I would like to have sex with again. So why we mad at Candace? Well, it's not that. It's just the fact that I'm just saying that it's how you meant it. And you didn't mean it nice. Girl, get out of here. Your husband didn't either. He said he'd rather you have a dingling, but that's what the people say on the internet. I'm not sure. So they say, what's your obsession with Ashley Hair Brusswick? She called her a filthy milkmaid. I do love that she called her a filthy milk. You brought your wide body ass, you filthy milkmaid. You lactating all over the place. She said, no, you're right. I'm just so jealous of Ashley becoming a mother before me. Child, the girl started laughing. Oh, I thought, girl, no one cares. No one cares. Because really, that's all you got. Girl, and you're trying to make me your storyline, go ahead, sir. And you can say, well, I'm gonna need Bob to stop weaving over there because I'm just saying, girl, Bob to stop weaving. What are you saying to me? Everybody wants to be upset about my responses to Ashley, but she talks about my 4C hair texture. And as a lighter woman, you could talk about my dry hair. And then y'all see Ashley Colorist Darby, the Crips Keeper, Deliverers, Babies, Darby. Ashley, give me a placenta pill, Darby. Filthy milkmaid, Darby. Ashley, Bobby, Darby's Barbie, Darby. Come up here and say, this colorism issue needs to be addressed now, here and now, today. And you're gonna give us the class. Came in big and bad and strong. This colorism issue needs to be addressed today. Okay, talk to us about it. Talk to us about it, sis. Tell us about it. Tell us about the colorism, Ashley. Girl, you ain't got no words. You ain't had no words. And they took that break right when I was cussing out the television. So blue, yes. Okay, you are true. And I'm not trying to drag Ashley Colorist Darby. I'm really not. The colorist issue needed to be hashed out. And I feel like they really should have gone, Gail. I feel like they should have actually gone into it because they didn't. Because they didn't. If we're gonna be real about it, they did it. I think that Wendy left, and this is what I love to do, and this is what as an educated black man, this is what I love to do, and I feel like Wendy did this, but it doesn't. Sometimes you have to let the ignorance show in people's responses to what you just said to them, and I feel like that's what she gave. She let the ignorance prevail in Ashley's responses, but we didn't dive deep into what the colorism was. And I'm just being honest about that. We didn't talk about the colorism. We really didn't talk about the colorism. So they talk about the colorism issue, and here she goes. Wait, did I miss that? Let me make sure I didn't miss it yet. Wendy asks, because Ashley says, well, look, I've never said that I don't believe that there's not colorism in society, but so Wendy said, well, so you're saying that there's colorism that happens within society, but that you don't think that colorism exists in this group? No, I do not. Girl, I will see this. I'll say this. And I'm going to say two things. Hey, I know a lot of y'all black people, especially y'all lighter ones, because Keke Palmer even said, "Yeah, I don't think that Candace do anything even more wrong than the other one. It's just it's something about these people who want to be white adjacent who can't see it. If y'all going to ask about anyone who's been ostracized, marginalized, and left out, do you go to the majority? The answer is no. You don't ask a white person. You think there's racism here? No. I haven't seen any evidence of it because you're not being affected by it. Ashley forehead, Darby's Barbie, breast filthy milkmaid Darby will not see any colorism because she's not being affected by it. So how cute of her to sit. If a dark-skinned woman is saying, I feel like there's a higher level of scrutiny than any of the scrutiny that you'll have to go to, and it's two dark-skinned women who are now saying this. And all the light-skinned people are like, no, y'all, that's not weird to y'all. It's not weird to y'all. And when you're going to talk about people who have been marginalized, you don't go to the majority. I tell you all the time, I used to live in Vermont, and there's not a lot of people of color, black specifically, who live in Vermont. And then you go to the people there, which are white, and they be like, we're not racist. Girl, I can't even go to a hip hop club or listen to a hip hop station. Y'all have excommunicated and ostracized us. Y'all are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you can't go to Ashley Darby, the light skin, the colors collectives queen. No, she not. That's Giselle. And say, well, I don't see any evidence of girl. You wouldn't. And I'm glad Candace was like, that's your privilege. The dog got off the bed. He came right over here. That's your privilege. As a light-skinned woman, that's your privilege. You wouldn't be able to see it because you're not dealing with or having to go through it. The lady right here with this melting eyeshadow and makeup, she came to fight you at your own restaurant, and nobody's talking about any of that. But I can't say your mama. That's the point. Let's have a conversation about colorism. You're not keen, well versed, and you're not well versed enough to communicate with me educatedly about anything colorism, especially if you're saying, well, if you're saying as a light skin or a lighter skin woman, I don't see it amongst this group. What you should have done is pass the mic, because that's what you're supposed to do. Don't speak on behalf of the marginalized people. You won't be able to see it because you're benefiting from what you're bringing into this group. And that's that light skin privilege. We can say anything we want to say about Candace and Wendy, however we want to. We can body shame and do whatever, but they are under a higher level of scrutiny if it is returned. But you won't see that because you have a lighter skin privilege. And then asking you feel like it's so prevalent in society, and you don't think that those social norms and cues that you have taken from the way that you lived life externally will happen within this smaller group of girls, subset of people. Girl, you're crazy. You're crazy. You and your grabby hands rapist husband. I can't. And y'all, I'm telling you, it feels like, and I can't remember who said, the Twilight Zone. Like I'm being gaslit. What's up, dear Dana? Like I'm being gaslit. Jesus. So then we move from there. And then they talk about weren't you the one who called me a slave? Now, inferences were made. And I have to be fair, because Taty Bay will kill. Inferences were made, but she did not call Ashley a slave. Okay? He does drive the slaves. Yes, he does. And he said, your overseer, which would, I guess, inference that inferences were made, but she didn't call her a slave. Technically not. Technically, she didn't call her one. And y'all, that's me saying openly to y'all in this little box right here, I'm being biased. Inferences were made, but she didn't call her a slave. Um, and then Candace says, "Well, you know what? There were things that you've done to me in which I will not be able to get over. And for some reason, it seems like a lot of people will be like, yo, you can go to court on me, girl. Write a character witness against me, and I need to be okay with it. But Candace can't have feelings about that. I wish you would go against me. First of all, you won't be able to even be sitting in the same stage with me again. But they want Candace to get over. Yo, yeah, the girl wrote a character statement against me and still is friends with that person. I'm never going to be able to get over that. And here's Ashley again. Ashley Milkmaid Filthy Darby, Darby's Barbie's Darby, Darby. I didn't think that it was gonna hurt you like that. What did you think it was going to do? And now I'm telling you it's hurting. And you know what really what grinded my gears was when Giselle looked at Candace and said, well, can't you see that she didn't think it was gonna? Why do I have to always oblige and comfort this white woman? I'm hurting as well. Why don't you say to Candace? Why don't you say to Ashley? Well, can't you see that it has hurt her and she has still not gotten over that? And you need to really be more calm and you need to be a little bit more gracious in how you communicate with her because she has not gotten over it. Why does Candace always have to get over what that white woman Ashley has done to her? She went to court against me and wrote a character statement against me. And now y'all, she had the nerve. I can't stand Giselle anymore. She had the nerve to turn to her and say to her, well, can't you see that she didn't think it was going to hurt me? Are you serious? Can't I see that she didn't mean to hurt me? I had to oblige and agree with. Now I had to remove my feelings because she wasn't trying to. What world is this? What world is this? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Am I by myself? yeah, am I by myself? This is crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't see how they treat Candace differently. They treat her so differently. This is colorism at its best, at its finest. I don't say at its finest, but it's working very well. Well, can't you just forgive her, Candace? Didn't you see that she tried this shit? Why do I have to? First of all, she wasn't even in the incident. I got beat up and then a character witness against me, and you're telling me to look at her side? The woman who willingly took her wide body ass, okay, and did that statement. You're telling me to oblige with her? The woman who didn't get her hair, didn't get Molly whopped, baloo bopped, and took her wide body ass down to. You're saying that I now, as the person who was attacked, as the victim, I now have to sit here and revision my feelings or retailor my feelings to fit Ashley's needs. Get the out of here. But people be like, they don't treat anybody more differently. Why? You can't write this. It's like y'all, I feel like y'all, we're all being punked. Like I feel like we're all being punked. We're all being punked. Yeah, and I'm about to get to this, Gail, because she's like, but as she asked her, so then Andy did say, well, you guys were hanging out and y'all were, getting along. And she was like, yeah, I can put some of my feelings to the side, but that don't mean I like you, ho. Like, yes, it was Fashion Week. We did see each other. Ashley's a fun girl, but don't get it twisted. And we all have friends like that. Yeah, girl, I'll kick you have a drink with you real quick, but don't think that I'm hanging out with you like that. We saw each other. We had a couple of drinks, a couple of cocktails, yes, and that's where it is. I was feeling good that day. I did not bop anybody, and I did not say your mama. Just that's so egregious. I'm just over it. I'm about to end this out because this is been way longer than I thought it was gonna be. So then we get to Wendy and her storyline. She said she had babies. She did the stories, all of that. Y'all remember how big of a deal the whole "put your head on my boom, 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 boom." That whole thing was, and when she did that in the beginning. They talked about her being Zen Win, and she was like, "Look, my husband called me Zen Win. I ain't never called myself Zen Win. My husband gave that name to me, but I am Zen Win." They asked her what she got done. She said she got a breast lift, and she got a BBL, which is where they take fat out of your stomach, I guess, and then they put it in your butt. They said, they said that they was policing. They were policing her body. Somebody commented on how they were policing her body. And Robin said, they were saying, Whitney was saying, I wish you would have talked to me about um how y'all felt about what I was going through instead of going to everyone else. And Robin is saying that, I did try to do that. And I'm going to give Robin credit, Melty Face Robin, some credit. Nightmare Before Christmas ass credit. Robin credit. And she was trying to communicate with her and saying, like, I feel like it's a little different. The problem was you did use the word loose. And I don't know if we got women in here, but all the women's, if someone called you loose, would you think that was appropriate? Yes or no? If somebody called your daughter loose, okay, put it in the comments, one or two, yes or no. Is loose a term that you just use where you're like, oh, I meant free? One or two, yes or no. I'll wait for the women. Y'all just be saying loose, call me loose. One or two, yes or no. Oh, you want to talk to that girl over there? Yeah, she loose. Yeah, she loose. Yeah, I'll put you in touch with her. Yeah, she loose. The women are saying no. But when Wendy was like, girl, you call me loose. I didn't mean it like that. I was saying free. Girl, women don't say, and I was trying to explain, women don't just call each other loose. It did be thinking that you'll say, I feel like you have more of a free spirit. You're a little bit more open to things. Nobody said, yeah, you're just loose. God, women don't, I have been around a lot of women. I don't hear them saying that they loose with each other. In Robin's defense, she's not the. I'm not doing this. So, I hate you. So the church said, those fighting words. Those are fighting words. Okay? Those are fighting words. Okay? So, after that, we get to that, and Giselle was like, look, I just felt like we was with a new cast member. You were Dr. Wendy this, Dr. Wendy that. And y'all saw her neck was going like this. Dr. Wendy this, Dr. Wendy that. And she was like, I don't think that anything that I was saying was any different than how I treated Ashley. Dr. Wendy used to, I gave y'all hosts it from the beginning. Someone had the nerve to say, well, are your reads rehearsed? Girl, I go against the White House press secretary. You don't think I can handle these hoes? Girl, girl, no. I can definitely do it. Okay. People pay me for my words, and I got it. I love when Candace was like that part. I think that Wendy and Candace is the alliance that I never knew that I needed. And I hate to say alliance, but I feel like the friendship that I didn't know that I needed, I think they're giving it to me. Wendy, you're gaining points in my book. You're gaining some points in my book, Whitney, because you gave me a lot this season and I wasn't liking you. Okay, but you're get this you're doing what needs to be done. Okay, to give it to I'm and both Howard University graduates. Okay, you're giving me what I need. Okay, so then they talk about the candles and how she had her candles. And someone did ask, well, why weren't they for sale the whole entire season? That would have been a little bit more lucrative for you. And she's like, look, I'm learning. I didn't know to be business like that, girl, but that it would have been smarter, Wendy. And then Andy let Karen know, girl. It seemed a little shady that you didn't had the candles out. And you didn't tell Wendy that you had candles coming out. And she was like, well, everybody knew that I was going to be doing it. It's a house of Hugh, girl. Blah, blah. Next, she has curtains, shower curtains, pillows, and whatever coming out. And they were talking about Mia and her tacky candles that came out of Etsy. And Wendy said, look, I will have an announcement to make. We're gonna have something that's gonna burn the house down. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I got something that's about to burn the house down, the neighborhood down. Okay, I have a 5-wick, 7-wick, 10-wick candle. We're about to set these homes ablaze with Ngoni, or whatever they're called. Okay, I got something for your ass. She said we have a 7-wick. Can you imagine a 7-wick candle, a apple cinnamon 7-wick candle burning in your house? Girl, it will smell like all the good morning breaths you've ever smelled. 7-wick candle, Wendy, what we doing with that? The 5-wick candle's cute. I can actually see it a little bit. 7 wicks? How big is it? Is this a bowl? Are we getting what type of bowl are we getting of a candle? You gotta explain this to me. Wait, 7-wick candle won't last that long. Who knows? I ain't never had no 7-wick candle before. Y'all had 7-wick candles? Who wants that? That's too much. 7 wicks. Girl, she said I got something that's gonna burn the house down. That's what it sounds like. A bonfire, girl. Throw a tire in there while you at it, girl. It's just too much. This too much. And then they get to Wendy and the cheating rumors. I feel like that's about to really be talked about during the next episode. They got into it a little bit, but I'm not gonna do it. I will say who did take an L today was Monica from All About the Tea, because they did say, oh, it's from a blog that makes stuff up. They're liars. All they do is make stuff up. And I have been on the receiving end of her lies, so I do understand what they was talking about over there when they talked about All About the Tea. I want to thank everybody who came into this chat. We got 77 people, and I did think that I was going to get many because I said I was going to do this. This will be up for a full 24 hours, and then it's going to go to members only for a week. I think I just put the other one public, the first one public, so now I can go back and see my thoughts on that one, and then this one will be up for 24 hours. I'm telling you, I'm doing members only because I'm getting real nasty with it, and I feel bad, and I don't want this to become my character, but I didn't like it. Shout out, put your B's in the comments for everybody who gave a super chat. I think it was Busy Blues number 2 fan and Evangelist Valerie. Put your B's in the comments for those people. Put your B's in the comments for yourself. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Let the people know what parts you liked about the video. I'm just so tired of the Colors Collective coming after these people and then making us look like we're crazy, and I don't like it. I'm outdone. Will we get a cooking show tomorrow? I'm not cooking. Y'all may. Don't bet on that. If y'all want to know more about me and everything else that I'm going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this is definitely streaming right now. You could find me on Facebook, the BusyBlu, where you get nothing special, nothing important. I can't figure out how to join your. Somebody put the membership thing. I'll put it in the description. I'm gonna try to. don't count on it. But I'm gonna try to y'all cap. Yep, you getting real low budget with it. I am getting real low budget with it. I love each and every single one of you all. Y'all have a good night and don't let the Colors Collective take you out of your space. I'm about to go get busy and you all stay busy. Till next time.